Hi, my name is Leah. I'm from Israel, from a little village called Bethlehem in the north. Right now I'm in India, in Rishikesh. I'm here already 1 month and a half in India. I started in Leh, in Ladakh. It was amazing. I like the desert, and when it comes with snow, it's even better. It was such a beautiful time. And then I made my way down to Manali and to Spiti Valley. And I've been also in Parvati Valley, in the villages there, and Dharamsala. It was very nice. Now I'm in Rishikesh. I have 1 more month in India till my visa will finish. Then I will cross to Nepal. So my next destination is Varanasi, and it's hard to call India, I think. It will be special and different. And then I will make my way to Nepal. And this will be the end of my trip, my traveling.
So this time you've been traveling how many months altogether?
So now it's already 9 months.
9 months?
Yes, I started in Australia for 3 months. It was amazing. I did the East Coast, and I was working in one festival there. It was really magic. Like, this country is the best place to live, I think.
In Australia?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I met so many people from different countries. It was a really good time.
How did you mostly meet people? In the festival or just
So
traveling?
No, actually through the traveling, like, you just go and meet people, like special people, and you feel like connecting to them. Like in a few seconds, you know that you
We'll be best friends
Yes.
for the trip.
and even just for 3-4 days.
Yeah.
But I also really like to travel alone. Like, you have time to yourself. You don't need to give a fuck to anyone. Just do what you want. And yes, and Australia was the best place to do it and to start with. And then I went to New Zealand. I met their friend from home, and we had a car with a bed, and we did all the South Island and all the North Island by car.
Was it a van or a car?
Yeah, it was a van.
A van, like a
big
traveler.
van, yes.
Yeah.
We cooked, everything. We did a lot of treks. It's the best place to do treks is New Zealand, believe me. It's such a beautiful country, really. Like, when I'm talking about New Zealand, I'm excited.
Yeah?
Yes,
Will you go back?
yeah, of course. One day, even if I've been there like for 2 months, it's still not enough.
Yeah.
And everything, it's like a postcard there, really.
Really?
Amazing,
I've never been myself.
Amazing, I mean, you should, you should go.
And you talked about Australia finding a letter. Can you
Yes.
give a little story about that?
When I was in Australia, I have family next to Byron Bay. It's in the East Coast. And now I'm 23 years old, but I saw a letter that I sent when I was 11 years old. I sent them a message, and in the letter I was writing that I'm working now, like babysitting, and I'm saving money. In 1 year I want to come to Australia when I will be 12. And it didn't happen just after 10 years, but it was the dream from the beginning since I was 10 years old.
So it took 10 years for you to find New Zealand, huh?
Yeah.
Or I mean Australia.
Yes,
Australia.
10 years to find Australia. But I knew I will get there. And even now, I go back to Israel in 3 months. I will stay in Israel a bit, and then I go back to Australia because it was amazing. Yeah, and then like you need to go to see like different places if you want to experience the culture and like people that live really different from you, because Australia and New Zealand, it's not such a different.
But maybe they wouldn't say that, huh?
Yeah, they wouldn't say that, but I say.
You say it, yeah.
So I went to Myanmar. I think Myanmar is one of the most magical places in the world. It's still like really, 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 like you feel you're going back in time. There are not many tourists there, and the nicest people I ever met. Really, it was the right things to begin in Myanmar, in all Southeast Asia, because you start from the past and then you go
start from the past
to the future.
And
Yes.
skip the present and go to the future.
Yes. Yeah. So Myanmar
Wow.
was like.
No, that's
If
a
I
trip.
need to describe the Myanmar, it's like magic, really. And then I was in Laos, like the water wall. It was like beautiful country, heaps of water, and then I went to Vietnam. I did Vietnam for 1 month from the north to the south. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The people are really different than like the people in Laos or in Myanmar. It's every country. It's really different, even if they look like similar.
How are they different?
I don't know. In Vietnam, I felt they are like stressed by the tourists. So they're not nice anymore. Like most of the people, in every place you can find people, nice people and bad people, but they're really stressed about money and tourism when like discovered this world of tourism, like they're crazy now.
Yeah.
But still you can find like really nice people if you go to the little villages. And yeah, such a beautiful country.
And then you talked about Ecuador.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been to Ecuador before the army, when I was 18 years old. I really wanted to do something before the army. I had like maybe 5 months before. And then my mom contacted with a doctor in Germany. He told her there is a place that need help in Ecuador, in South America, if I want to go there. So I said yes, why not? I went to Ecuador. I was volunteer there with Kids in Risk.
And you went there at 18 by yourself?
Yes, 18
Wow.
by myself. If my mom was like, if my mom knew what will be there, she wouldn't send me there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, really tough. It was in the middle of nowhere, on the side of the road, in a jungle, like kids from 2 years old till 17 years old that threw out like terrible story, really. And one mother, she's the mother house, and I helped her. I was like the big sister, and I didn't know Spanish. They didn't know English.
Yeah.
So we had to like communicate somehow. And in the end, I was like perfect in Spanish. And yes, I helped them with mathematics and English, and I did the soccer tournament, and I did drawing lessons, and it was amazing. And once I took break, like I took only a small bag and I went to travel in Ecuador for 1 month, in the Amazonas, in rainforest, and Baños, a lot of places. And I went back, and yeah, and I didn't have a phone or nothing, after 2 weeks I went to an internet cafe and I wrote an email to my family like in the past, you know. And
Wow, what was it like not having a phone or Facebook or?
actually, when I'm thinking about it now, it was good, but after, like, you think, wow, it was really tough. Like, my parents didn't know what happened with me. Like,
Yeah.
and we had like also like one day people came with machetas and tried to steal things from the risking house, and they killed the donkey of the neighbors. Yes, it was tough, but it made me strong, I think. And then I did the army, and it's also something that like make you different in life, like seeing the world different.
See the world differently.
Yes.
Yeah. And in the army, you actually became an officer, right?
Yes.
So you served a year more than you would have had to.
Yes.
Okay.
Girls need to do just 2 years. I did 3 years, but it was like I really wanted to do. I really felt that my job was important.
What was your job?
In the beginning, I was like basic trainer of people with social problem. I helped them to get into the army.
Okay.
And then I was a commander of people that are gonna be commander.
Wow.
Yes. And then I went to the officer course. When I finished, I had like 60 soldiers under me and 4 commanders. And you know, you teach them everything about the army and also like how to shoot. Yes, like every soldier needs to know how to do it in the case of protecting himself.
Self-defense.
Yes,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and then we send them to the place they need to be in the army. It's just the beginning of the army, like, so.
And how, the army, you were talking about how changes started taking place, about you're basically alone, but all these experiences have helped you cope, I think is the word we came up with.
Yes. So I think I was not scared to travel alone because I did it before, also when I was 18, and through my life when I started to walk since I was 16 years old. And like, I think when you do things like to, איך אומרים? Sorry. Never mind.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Yes, so it helped me like understand I want to do something to travel with myself and with friends, but to cope with the world, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it give you a broader perspective? All these your
Yes.
life experiences, trying new things and
Yes.
challenging yourself, right?
I really think you need to travel to know the world, to know your place in the world. Like, I feel lucky I can travel, you know. There are people that don't have money to travel and to see the world and different culture. But if you have the opportunity, do it, because it's open your mind, it's open your soul, it's amazing. Like, I don't want to finish, like I go back just because I don't want to throw the money of the ticket, and then I go again, you know. But it's amazing. Still my heart is in Israel. I know I want to live there, but I think this is the time to, every time is the time. Like even if you are
Right.
really old, my dad was traveling for 5 years, so he told me like, if you have the money, stay there, and if you have the money also when you study, you can just take yourself to somewhere.
And
Even for 2 weeks, it's still something.
Yeah, just get out and.
Yes. Yes.
So your parents they had a strong inspiration for you to travel. They had traveled,
Yes.
and yeah.
So, yeah, they love to travel, my parents, and they met when my dad was traveling in South America for 5 years, and my mom was traveling just like in the vacation of the studies with Canadian girl, German girl, and Israeli guy, and then they met on the Machu Picchu in South America. And my dad saw the Israeli, started to talk, and then they were traveling together. My dad was filming my mom. It was like a love story.
So they met in Machu Picchu?
Yes, they
Wow.
met in Machu Picchu. And my mom is German, and my dad is Israeli. And my mom came to Israel. My dad also learned German to speak. And my mom learned Hebrew. Now she speaks like really good, still with an accent, but it's a love story. And yes, you never know what will happen. So
Travel is a love story, huh?
yes. So they traveled also in the places I've been: Australia, Myanmar, and Nepal, India. My dad was in India. He was sick, like malaria sick. I don't know. Malaria.
Malaria?
Disease. Yes,
Yeah.
he had malaria when he was in India. It was like 30 years ago.
Where was that? Where did he have malaria? What part?
I don't know exactly.
Okay.
But it was really different. When I tell them about India, they're getting crazy, like, wow, things changed.
Yeah.
Even in Myanmar, everything changed.
If you have a piece of wisdom to share for the world about how to change their life, or what would you say?
I think first, if you feel not comfortable with yourself, or even just not feel comfortable with the people around you, and you need to do something, so go travel by yourself, connect to yourself, and then you can connect to other people. But even if you're really good, love your life, don't save the money to continue working in the same job. Do vacation, go travel, see the world, and give your children the same education.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing. I'm glad I met you, and
Yes.
happy journey.
Thank you. Namaste.